Kendall, no! Get out of there, Kendall! Get away from these towny stoners! Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you could, please leave the video a like before exiting and please consider subbing. Today we'll be watching Succession. Welcome back everyone, we're getting into the next two episodes of Succession, episode 7 and episode 8, and we left off with Kendall getting the boot. Oh, now do I think Kendall deserved the boot? Yes and no. Like, if you're going to strike at the king, like they say, you best not miss. And Kendall swung and missed. Ugh. I'm interested to see what happens to Kendall. Like, he's like, I'm trying to think how, I mean, because clearly he's going to get brought back into the company. Like, there's no way in hell he's going to spend the rest of the show not part of their media company, Waystar, or what's the, is it, there's a Waystar. Let's just leave it there because I was gonna break it down because forget what I was thinking. That train of thought axed off. So yes, I am curious as to what will be his in back into the company. Maybe Roman works to try to get Kendall back in, or maybe he just tries to slit Kendall's throat for good. But I don't really get that vibe from Roman. I feel like he really does love his brother. Like, the brothers do love each other. I do think the siblings all love each other. I just feel like the environment that they have been raised in, the tone set by their father, clearly by how he speaks to Kendall, and Roman. Shiv, not so much. Connor, not so much. But granted, we haven't seen that yet. Well, at least I haven't seen that yet. So I feel like the more the show progresses, the more we'll get a feel of his relationship with Shiv and Connor. But more so right now, we're really focusing on Kendall. But I do think with Kendall out of the picture, at least out of the picture, like out of the company, we'll probably see more of Logan and Roman, hopefully. But yeah, I do wonder if Roman's gonna feel guilty for not voting in favor of the no confidence brought by Kendall. Like, if he's gonna feel guilty and do what he can to get Kendall back in the company, which is, I hope that's the route they go down. But I wouldn't be mad at it if they don't go down that road and Roman kind of like adopts more of a shark mentality and like looks to step on his brother's neck while he's down. I wouldn't be mad at it because it'd be even more of a Roman exploration, because I really do want to get more into him. As for Shiv and Connor, they're my least interesting of the two siblings right now. Kendall and Roman are the ones that really draw me, and of course it's just because we haven't really gotten as much of Connor and Shiv. I'm pretty sure as the show progresses we'll get more of them and I'll find myself equally invested in them. At least I hope I'll find myself equally invested in them. But as for now, Shiv seems, I don't know. Shiv just seems like I think I have to get more of Shiv for me to say she's a red flag as well as her siblings. I think Connor is a red flag in a green flag cover up, like in a suit. He presents himself as a green flag, but in reality he's a red flag. They all are to certain extents. Roman, I think, is the most like destructive of the siblings, at least on the surface. Kendall too, but he does seem to be trying to better himself. At least that's where the show starts off at. But yeah, let's just get into this. I am very curious as to where this goes with Kendall, as well as Shiv's reaction, because she got gobsmacked at the end of the episode of what happened. Like, she did clear. Everyone was talking about this no confidence vote, and it was playing a game of telephone, but it never made it back to Shiv. She was too busy trying to set it to cheat with her ex. That is one hell of a nasty habit I think Shiv has. That whole infidelity thing that Tom seemed to be very he seemed uncomfortable with. I'm just gonna let Shiv's character play out, because at this point I don't blame Tom for feeling uncomfortable with Shiv, and especially given what we saw of Shiv's relationship with, I don't remember his name, but I believe he's an ex. He works on a opposing candidates team. Yeah, I don't remember much of him, but anyways, grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to.
Man, I love your work. I love everything you do. I love all the racism, misogyny.
Oh,
No, it's really cool stuff that you do. Really cool stuff that you do. There.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I wish I could say I was mad at it, but I'm not.
A chance to talk through these very major moves you're considering, yes.
Buying local TV?
TV. Oh, I remember those.
So great to have the wisdom of my son's college drinking buddy in the room.
I just love the way he asks me for money. Issue, right?
Well, it's part of a larger.
Am I gonna like Stewie? I mean, I know Stewie was talking to that guy at the end of the second episode that the family doesn't like.
That everyone fucking hates you. It says your family is a horror show and it's destroying America.
Maybe we should buy this?
Kendall launched a lawsuit against you. You have fired half of your board. Your COO is a fucking joke. Whoa. But even the advanced whispers of this local TV deal have people so mad at you that they're throwing piss at you on the street. Whoa.
Look at Stewie being the one to talk sense. Stewie, why? At this point, Stewie's the only one. The thing is, I don't trust Stewie, and yet he's the only one I feel like has spoken complete and utter sense since the show began. Like, complete, and he strung together a complete, concise, like, this is what's happening, this is how it's being presented. He did it without any kind of well, he did despair. Well, it wasn't, how can I put it? He disparaged, I wouldn't even call it disparage, he was just speaking truth. This is how people see. Oh my god, thank you, Stewie, thank you. And the sad part is, I don't know if I can fully trust Stewie, because like I said, he was talking to that guy the family doesn't seem to like at the end of episode 2, or was it 3? In episode 2 or episode 3, the episode where he calls Kendall a bleeping idiot. And Kendall's suing his father. Let's see how far he gets.
Whenever war has tested this station,
Oh god, her and this
we have one
guy. I don't even know his
And
name
that is what
anymore.
I genuinely believe he's going to be the next president of the United States. Gil could really use someone like you.
And this wouldn't be a problem.
What?
The atmosphere.
Break off the engagement. I already don't like this.
At absolutely any place, at any time, with absolutely no consequences, I would fuck you.
You're already cheating on him, and yes, this is cheating. You haven't even married the man, you're already cheating. And yes, I 1000% firmly square this away in as cheating. This is a no-no. You shouldn't be discussing screwing other people while you're in a relationship. Not like this. And she's acknowledging the atmosphere and leaning into it. Break off this engagement with Tom. Granted, I don't even think he would let her break off the engagement.
Does the traitor come too?
Because I believe he wants to
Well, obviously that's your choice.
marry into the family.
But the message, I think, is a family reunited in the desert.
I need to talk to Kendall.
He's not available.
What do you mean he's not available? What's he doing? Is he playing with his fucking Legos? He's nothing but available.
He isn't here right now.
Well, I know that's not true.
Kendall, where are you? Oh my god, please. Oh my god, if he relapsed, I'm gonna die. Please, well, no, I won't, but please. Oh my goodness, Kendall. Oh.
Tell him that.
Oh.
Hey, Dad wants.
Oh, Okay, yeah, I don't blame him. Close the door on him. I could see why he'd be pissed. Like, dude, all you had to do was say in favor of.
No way he's gonna drop the lawsuit.
Okay, that's fine, Roman.
No? Plan B.
What's plan B?
Operation Black Sheep.
Oh, they're gonna... Okay, they're gonna get, his brother? Or are they gonna smear him out to be the black sheep of the family?
Hey, Dad. Hi. Welcome to Austerlitz.
Oh, thank you. Ah, it exists.
Yeah.
I noticed he'd even hug his son back.
You're also working?
Just a few folks doing photographs and stuff.
Oh?
Chroniclers of everything.
Okay.
I wonder if this is what their childhood was like. Taking pictures, using them as props. They feel less of a human being, but more of their father's pawns.
He thinks she knew about the coup, so Logan will talk to Shiv as long as she says sorry.
Well, I think that Shiv's position would be that she's got nothing to be sorry for.
Thank you.
But Dad's gonna try and win at therapy.
Well, he hasn't done therapy with me yet. I'm an expert.
Win at therapy. Oh,
yeah,
my
this
goodness, this
is what it
family's
looks like
bred
when you
on
resolve all your
competition.
issues.
No wonder they're so dysfunctional. There is no support.
I just want you to know, I think I'm going to reveal to him that you sexually abused me as a child.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you just would not stop.
This one is threatening to tell the family that I diddled him when he was a little kid.
Oh, right. Did you?
That's what I'm saying. Did you? Oh, God, I'm Tom right now. Like, sir? Listen, I don't put anything off. Nothing is off the table with this family.
Yeah.
Nothing. Shiv, you ain't shit. Shiv ain't shit.
What? No, wait, now?
No shit.
Hey, honey, the pressure on the faucet's moderately intense, so go easy.
I gotta go.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. You want me to come in there with you? Pretty soon I'm gonna be part of this whole genetic carnival.
And that's the rub. I don't think Tom would ever let her try to get or call an end to the engagement because he clearly wants in on the family. So I do wonder if he'd even care about her cheating. I think he would, just in terms of appearance. Or maybe pride. Or maybe both.
I never touched Roman inappropriately. If he says I did, I didn't.
Well, glad to clear that up.
He was going to make a horrible joke, so I'm preempting. Okay.
I'll start if you like.
Yes, the father should start. Let him dig his own damn grave.
Done in my life. I've done for my children. I know I've made mistakes, but they mean everything to me.
These children are like, what? These kids are so confused. Like the lies this man would tell. They look so confused.
Hard time diving in because honestly, I'm wondering why he brought us here in the first place.
To use you?
Photo opportunity?
No, of course not. No, I wouldn't have brought you here for
What? So this is essentially a publicity event?
It's optional.
Mm-hmm.
Con, did you know about this?
I think the picture is okay. I think it's nice.
Rome?
I don't mind.
They low-key do mind. Jeez. Please be careful with the drinking. Oh, Jesus. It can be a gateway.
Look, what I think we should really have a conversation about is the fact that Kendall's not here. Reports of him running around taking drugs. And I, for one, don't know where those have come from.
I had nothing to do with those stories.
Lie again.
Shiv, do you believe your father?
I think this whole thing is fake.
No.
No, I don't believe him.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize as much as you fucking like. But I can't get into everything. That's it.
You barely got into anything. He's like, I can't get into everything, but sir, you barely got into anything.
Fine. I apologize. Maybe I'm hungry. I got nothing to hide.
Really. I will say Brian Cox is doing a very good job at presenting him. The way he's sitting cross-legged, his body turned. Just the defensive positioning.
No. Okay.
Fucking wish.
Kendall? Kendall?
I never did meth.
Please don't start. Ah, Kendall, no! Get out of there, Kendall! Get away from these county stoners! No, no! Oh my god! Oh, Jesus! I honestly didn't think he was going to relapse this early into the show.
Thank you, gentlemen. That's really grand.
Yeah?
It look imperial here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Did you say imperial?
Imperial.
What the hell does that mean?
Let's just sit here so I can think.
I'm gonna pause that. I could be reading into this. I could be, because this episode mentioned childhood diddling in jest, and then we see this scene with Shiv. Just stay with me. I could be wrong. I could be so off the mark. I probably am off the mark. But was it episode 3 that Logan grabbed Shiv's hand? And I thought it could have been because he was doped up from the morphine, but what if it was something he used to do to her? I'm just putting that out there because just the mention of, Roman and Connor going back and forth in jest, at least I hope it was in jest, and then that scene of her grabbing his hand and putting it gonna play. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe the writers weren't trying to make parallels or hint at anything. Maybe she's just freaky. Maybe she just likes the thrill. I'm gonna play.
Where you been?
I was meeting about a prospective job.
With your father's enemy? Friends? On the phone? Dripping poison in his ear?
Kenny. I'm off my nut, folks. Off my fucking nut. Like all the papers said.
I gotta say, I feel a little bit used today, Pa.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Go off and work?
I made some calls. Jesus, can't you wait?
Can I wait for you to finish a few calls? I've had a bit of practice.
All their lives. Oh my God, Kendall just looks out of it in the back.
You run towards politics to prove that you're your own man. Fine, but that's not principle. You're scared to compete. You're a fucking coward.
Wow, you are just beyond.
You're so fucking jealous of what you've given your own kids. You can't handle it. You can't work it out.
Logan.
Come on.
Logan!
What the hell? I don't even know what to think about all this. Is, oh man, this family's so fucked up. Every last one of them. That's all I can think of right now. What an awful family. Y'all are so dysfunctional. It's that whole you have everything and yet absolutely nothing. Jeez, man. I don't know what to think about any of them right now. Not a single one of them. It's like they have no center. None. Even the father. No one has an actual center or grasp on themselves. Jesus, please don't fall off this goddamn cliff, Kendall. It's the last thing we need. Are you sober yet? Oh, Jesus.
You know, it wasn't great. But you had some fun, right? Yeah. You had some fun here? Okay. You come back and see me?
Yeah. If this is how you feel walking away from your family pretty much every time, why would you want to go back? This is like, it's like Stockholm Syndrome in a way. It's like you're being held captive by your own family's misery. Oh, Jesus Christ. I really thought we were going to wait longer before we saw this. But it happened a lot earlier. Excuse me? He was born in Scotland, right? Did he get whipped when he was a boy? Jesus. Well, that dysfunction has to come from somewhere. How did he get whipped? It looked like he was whipped. Shit. Always comes from somewhere. Next episode. And I'm afraid for whatever comes the next episode. Oh, God. This is why is this show creeping me out? Well, I'm afraid to know what is like. It's like you're turning the corner and finding little hidden secrets of a fit. I don't want to keep talking, but I will say this show does very well in putting you in the middle of the family. It's like you're in a house. Like the family is the house and you're opening up they're forcibly opening up doors and you're seeing their skeletons in their closet, and these skeletons are terrifying. Like you want them to stop opening up doors, but you have this morbid curiosity of wanting more doors open. If you get what I mean. Like I was not expecting to see this man whipped. Shit. Succession episode 8, Prague. Oh my God, it just went straight into the opening. This is gonna be an awful episode. And I mean that in a good way. It's probably gonna just be painful. Oh my God, cousin Greg.
It's a pretty great view,
Little rat ass Greg. I forget what you did, cousin Greg. And you signed for them paperwork that was then destroyed, so whew.
Fair price.
Well, I don't know about that.
You'll have 70 local TV stations. Buying Sandy, you're King Kong of local.
Good, right? Is it whiskey time?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
He's smiling.
It's no good if he's smiling.
Well, objectively, I mean, if we get what we want and he gets what he wants...
Walk him to the elevator and tell him 4-9.
It's insulting.
Walk him to the elevator and tell him 4-9. Jerry, you do it. You, fuck off.
Greg.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Dude. Yeah.
The literal punching bag.
Tom Wan's bachelor party. And if he doesn't...
Fuck Prague. My girlfriend and her fucking freak dogs run these... You ever heard of these parties? Rhomboid? You know who else will be there? Sandy Furness.
That was his name. Sandy Furness. I still wonder what he was talking to him about.
Do me a favor. Can you make sure that Kendall doesn't come back in a box?
Okay.
Keep an eye on him for me. Is this something you can do for me? I hear he's been wetting his beak.
Is he caring about Kendall? Is he can't show his love for his sons naturally, so he's like, keep an eye out for him.
I don't want to mention any names because
Y'all take too long to get to the point.
Personally abusive at times.
Tom? Oh, Tom. Didn't know he had it in him.
He can be pretty able in that department.
Why do I feel like he's he liked that, hearing that. Oh my God. He's like, oh, Tom, I hear you got a habit of being an ass to people. Come on. Because how he wanted Roman to go at that guy. Oh my God. Y'all annoy me. This is you two annoying me.
In my airspace?
I want to like Shiv, but this character, this right here, it annoys me and it prevents me from investing myself into her character. I mean, yes, I'm looking to see her characterization, but my God, girl. Cut him out. Because this is just annoying.
Is a cancer.
I don't know what's going to happen, you know, but I've got a feeling it's liable to get a little disgusting.
Tom, I don't think you're supposed to be telling me this. No. We're both adults. Just enjoy yourself, okay?
Oh, Shiv.
God knows she's been enjoying herself.
God, I want to duck myself inside you right now.
What the hell? What do you... Oh my God, listen, he's a weirdo. Yes, absolutely, but...
Alright, then let's party. Down there.
Roman, what are we doing?
Wait, no. Alright, let's go!
Oh my... No, I'm too paranoid for this. I could not willingly go along...
Local deal. Bob Galpin is selling, and I knocked it out of the park, which is nice.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
Well, look at Roman.
Broke out of the cage.
What?
Can't keep a good dog down, right, Ken?
What's in here? Oh, good God. Kendall, please, if there's any drugs in there, say no.
Kendall, I was gonna say, if you need
God,
anything,
God, he's tall.
Water, soft drink.
You
need
know what?
anything like that?
I need
or-
something a little off menu. See if you can find me some ketamine.
Oh my God, someone please get him back into rehab. I don't know if that's gonna be like his 10th vacation there, but please, somebody get him into rehab.
Okay, this is it. Yeah. Cool, right?
No, I want to go to Prague.
Like total. It's basically, if you're into it and she's into it, it's all good. Look, it's basically a collective of hot people and Connor at a party, and a
bunch of hot people and Connor.
Tip, ask them where they were on 9/11. What? If they don't know, they could be under 21.
Well, Shiv gave me a hall pass, because we're adults, apparently.
Listen, man, about the vote and your dad and us,
yeah,
I love you, man, but you know I had to follow the money. You know that, right?
I get it.
Listen, at least you know where Stewie stands going forward. It reveals where he's gonna lie.
How would you like to be all the way out?
It just depends.
$500 million for your share of Waystar.
The place is a fucking antique
Ken,
shop.
just take the money and get out, please.
What's he planning?
Why don't we talk this over with Sandy?
Sandy Furness?
This goes back to like, what was it? It wasn't the second or third. It was the third episode, right at the end of the third. Are they gonna try to take Waystar out from underneath Logan?
The reality is, he's already in on Waystar.
As in?
As in, Sandy's me and I'm Sandy.
A shell company attached to his private equity fund.
Oh, shit!
I'm a parasite on a parasite.
We're niche, but we're engaged. Just closed a deal tonight, actually.
Oh,
and I found these 4 Stanford grads who are
Wait,
themselves.
what's going on? Dude, are you pitching? Did you just pitch? But I want you to know that I'm my own thing, and I am fully authorized. I am fully authorized to negotiate on behalf of Logan.
Family.
He used to lock me in a cage. Oh wait, you're pretending that you don't remember the dog pound.
Are you tripping?
Yeah, it was a game. I had to go climb in this big dog cage in the kitchen and wait for someone to come collect.
What the hell?
Might be 3 minutes, might be the whole afternoon. 4 years old, I was eating dog food out of a cold tin bowl.
Did Kendall really fucking do that to his brother? Kendall ought to smack him upside the head. What the hell?
Never made you eat dog food.
There was a bowl that was filled with chow, and I couldn't leave the cage until I finished.
It was a game. It was a game. You enjoyed it.
A leash around my neck.
What the hell? Do you see what I mean? seen the last episode where it's like you're in a crazy house and every time someone opens a door and you see Skeletor like, ah, and you don't, and it's like you want to see what's up behind the door, but you're like, ah, when it opens, they put him in a cage.
When we were growing up? Sure, I remember a game you used to play.
Well, okay, so he did. He used to lock me in a fucking cage.
Sure, the big cage. No, you liked it. You asked to be put in that cage.
What?
Weird, but I think you enjoyed it. It was chocolate cake, I think.
Bullshit. Started wetting the bed, and that's why Dad sent me away to St. Andrews.
No, Rome. Dad sent you to military school because you asked to go.
Oh, you're full of shit.
Hey, that's how I remember it.
Who's telling the truth and who's lying? What the hell? Or maybe, God, that's the thing about childhood memories. They're all so, it's hard to recall things the way it was. There's also this, what is going on in this family? So he got sent away to St. Andrews by his dad? But they said he wanted to go? What's the truth and what's not?
I heard from the girls, the dust thing with the art.
Yeah, I know, I saw them. It's locked.
Ken, they're already setting this up elsewhere.
Oh, so that's why.
Like I said, they loved you in their
What are you
room.
talking about?
I think there's other money and they like it better.
Huh. Kendall's still screwing up, huh? At least Roman's better at it. He's about to make things even worse, ain't he? So I wonder if Roman's more naturally inclined to this work and Kendall's tries hard. Maybe it's because he tries hard is why he screws up. And what is this locking Roman in a damn cage?
Sorry, it's nothing personal.
Listen.
You know, it's just not about that.
Then, like, help me out here. Because
There's a toxicity.
Which? You mean dust?
No, your name.
Roy.
Mm-hmm.
Kendall Roy. It'd be like I was marrying Hitler and then I'd get to be what, Mrs. Hitler?
Mm-hmm. It's the name. There's a toxicity to the name that you get in bed with. It then spreads to you.
Okay, look, hey, listen.
Fuck off!
Oh, go to rehab. No. Cousin Greg, aren't you supposed to be watching him? Greg. Cousin Greg.
What's your fucking deal, man?
Your father
Your
did.
dad is, I think,
He
a little
gave it
worried
up.
about you, is all.
My dad asked you to fucking spy on me? To top up the 4 I just did? And then my heart's gonna explode, so if you want to stop me, be my guest.
Blow it.
My dad's gonna be super disappointed if his son OGs.
Blow on it. And then run so fast so he doesn't beat you up. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. No, Kendall. Oh my.
Counting on you to look after me.
Kendall, you're an asshole right now. I know you're hot.
Okay,
Oh,
stop. Okay, give it to me.
just blow on it. No, you don't have to. No, just.
Oh, go for it, Greg. Suck on those big white dicks, you fucking pervert.
Oh my God, y'all are awful influences. Oh my God.
Greg, you greedy piece of shit.
And then just left him there.
Your heart is gonna be pumping so hard, it'll probably bring you back to life.
Where did he go?
Buckle up.
Oh my God, I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much right now. Kendall, you little ass wipe, get back here. Oh my God, I'd kill him. I'd kill him. He's a dead man if I get my hands on. Oh my God, I'd kill Kendall. I'd kill him. I don't know how I'm gonna kill his fictional character, but I'm gonna kill him.
Tell him not to speak about my family, not on my network. You have potential. I've always thought you were the smartest.
Oh, so that's why you tried Kendall and Roman first.
I've always tried to do right by you, Siobhan. And maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should just let them come for you.
Are you threatening me?
Well, yes, but who?
I'm truly sorry.
What an awful father you are.
Dad's theory was you got two fighting dogs, you send the weak one away. You punish the weak one, then everyone knows the hierarchy, then everyone's happy. So, away he went.
What?
No, I gotta keep...
Good God, this fucking family is so... oh my God. Send them all to therapy. Like, to therapy. Oh my Jesus. What did I just hear?
We go fuck my dad together. Takeover. Leverage buyout, hostile. You bulldoze the whole fucking shantytown. We just keep the juiciest morsels, turn the thing from a pot of rotting whales into one bastard great white.
You always say these things, and you fail.
I'm good.
Are you though? You're not good. None of you are good. You're all very messed up in the head, and you need like years, like maybe even decades of therapy to just get maybe slightly to the right. But at this point, none of you are centered. You're all veer to the left, like so left. You're at a 90-degree angle.
What?
What are you doing? Please back up off of him. What the hell?
I would love a chicken pot pie.
Haha, all four of them standing together and Kendall over there by himself. Imagery. Good God, Kendall, you just look, you got the, there's something so vampiric to the way he looks right now.
Gentlemen, shall we?
They're playing you. And you're so deep into your hate, you can't even see it. Which seems to be a recurring thing. And it ends for Kendall. Whew, okay. Where to start with these last two episodes? That was... I feel like these last two episodes were the heaviest of the series. Well, of the season thus yet. Oh, God, I think I'm going to start with Roman. I honestly don't know what to say about the cage. This whole... I feel like their father... I had a theory at the beginning where I felt like their father may have pitted them against each other, and I feel like this episode sort of confirmed that. Since boyhood, they've been like the whole... When Connor says... He... letting him fight it out for like dominance and feel and send the weaker one away is what I think Connor said. And my God, it's like, okay, children bully, children tease. I don't think it's malicious at a certain age. They're just kind of feeling out how they navigate the playground in their sibling relationship. Like, for instance, my sister is like several years older than me and very much became like I'm not going to say like a second parent, but you know, when there is such an age gap, you kind of like my mom would be able to leave us home alone. I'm 10 and my sister's like 18. So it's like, yeah, she doesn't feel like, versus if I'm 10 and my sister's 11, she's not leaving us home alone. But 10 and 18, yeah, she can leave us home alone. So that age gap kind of allows for a responsibility to fall on an older sibling. With that being said, Kendall, I feel like whatever malbehavior he had as a child, which may not necessarily be, I don't even want to call it malbehavior, just things that you would discipline. Like, you don't do that to your little brother. Like, that's not something you do. That is your little brother. This is your family member. And correct that behavior. Instead, he had a father who encouraged it, not only to the detriment, obviously, of Roman's sanity as a kid, getting locked into a small space and putting a collar and a leash on, and then and he said he started wetting the bed and then sent him away. But it's not uncommon for children to misremember things. Like maybe in the moment, how can I put it? Because Connor says he enjoyed it. Like he asked for it. And Roman remembers as not wanting it. Like he didn't enjoy it. So I feel like maybe in the, okay, here's how this was such a, these 2 episodes are very, I feel like they're so damn deep that I maybe I should take a moment to collect my thoughts. But I'm just gonna stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Just stay with me as I try to put it all together, connect the pieces. This is an excellent show. Like, it's damn good. Let's just put that out there. The acting as well, the story, the script is so good. The way I would imagine why there's a discrepancy between Roman's the way Connor remembers it versus the way Roman remembers it. I don't think Roman is necessarily misremembering it. It's more so the feelings that he had attached to the memory is what's creating that feeling that he did not like it. Maybe he did ask for it. Maybe he did enjoy it. Maybe it was a game to him that ultimately the consequences that he then suffered. For instance, he started wetting the bed. His father sent him away. These are things he did not enjoy. And he ties his punishment, getting sent away and removed from the family for that time being, in direct correlation to being locked in the cage. So maybe what was something that he found innocent and fun and enjoyable, the consequences were not enjoyable. So now there's a misremembering here, not necessarily for the event itself, but his own attitude towards it was it's like, okay, like oh God, I can't believe I'm bringing this up, but there's this thing, how can I put, like, how you have the trash cans and you step on the stupid, I remember seeing a video a long time ago of 2 kids, like one kid was standing on the other side of the metal pail and the other sibling was standing on the other side, and the kid would stand on the other side and get hit with the metal can, and they were both laughing. They didn't see anything wrong with it. Like, one kid is put in the position to be the person who's harming his brother, and another brother is being put in the position to then receive the pain. One brother enjoys it, the other, and you could say one has masochistic tendencies and the other one has sadistic tendencies. But they're kids. There's nothing malicious or inherently wrong to, how kids are innocent. They're not seeing it in this light. It's the adults, in this case Logan, who then prescribes these connotations of dominance and weakness, and that's how these very childlike things that these kids don't think anything of, and they would naturally grow out of it, they then become part of their personalities far more than it would have been. And maybe, how they say, oh, this is just a phase, the child will grow out of it, but then the child didn't. A lot of the times it's because the parents, the adults, then prescribe these feelings that weren't even there for the child. It wasn't like that for them. They don't know any better more often than not. Yes, I do think kids are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. I fully believe it. But that, in terms of being able to read reactions and emote, they're sensitive. It's because they're so sensitive to the things that are around them. And they're sensitive is because it's part of their survival instincts. Yes, they have no ability to, because like you see children just jump off a bed. I'm like, where is your survival instincts? But that's more so not being able to game out the risk of their actions or their consequence of their actions. The whole frontal lobe not fully developed yet. So those abilities to scale the detriment of their actions, it isn't there yet. But they are sensitive. Their sensitivity towards things around them is part of their survival instinct. Like when they cry, they're crying because they know something doesn't feel right. and they're trying to verbalize that to the people around them. Yes, there is a level of like, let's just say you're in a dangerous situation and you cry, and then danger now knows that you're there, so danger is now following to you. They're not thinking it like that. They don't have the capacity to think like that. But for the most part, children are just more naturally sensitive to their surroundings. And these things that are so very innocent for them, I feel like that's what it was for Roman. It wasn't anything, I don't think, and now Kendall's a whole other story, because no, I think it was probably something innocent for Kendall too, because they said it wasn't dog food, it was chocolate cake. Chocolate cake, kids normally associate good things with that. And if Roman was showing enjoyment, then Kendall would be encouraged to keep doing it. If his brother enjoyed it, it was chocolate cake in the cage, his brother's asking for it, he's having fun with it, and Kendall's helping to facilitate this enjoyment. I honestly don't think it was anything bad between them. At least I don't think, at least I hope. Because Connor says it was chocolate cake, you were asking for it, you enjoyed it, Kendall's seeing his little brother enjoy it, it's chocolate cake in the cage. I honestly think this became something more than what it was because of their father. And those scars on Logan's back tell a very dark childhood. If it did happen when he was a child, if this was something maybe that happened when he was a little bit older, maybe in his teenage years, his 20s, I don't know what happened to Logan, but them scars on his back, I have to know more. I feel like I need to know more about how he was raised in order to understand him. Just like more often than not, you need to understand how people were raised in order to understand where they're coming from as adults, more often than not. And I feel like I don't have enough about Logan's childhood to say which way's up, which way's down with him, other than the fact that he very much maybe his decision to punish his children the way he does has a lot to do with how he was punished as a child. And he's just repeating the cycle. That's always something that is so curious to me about cyclical abuse. And it's so interesting because I can only speak from my experience and the way I maneuver throughout predominantly Black spaces when it comes to beating children. I was raised by a mother who beat us. She was she was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica. She was beaten. I was beaten. Now, my father had a wife who was also that he married, met, and had kids with while he was in Jamaica. We all live in America now. And the age discrepancy between myself and my eldest siblings, half siblings, is quite large. It's at least I'm closer to my nieces. I'm an aunt, and my nieces are like 5 years old. Like there's like a 5 year difference. I was my brother's flower girl at his wedding when I was like 5, and he was in his like mid to late 20s. So yeah, there's a large age gap. And I have siblings who do not beat their kids. They don't do it, they don't believe in it, because they did not enjoy it and they did not find it pleasant or efficient in rearing them. It's a very interesting thing how when you are not in a position of power and those who are in positions of power hurt you, it's like you're waiting to then find yourself in a position of power and then you hurt them. And you're not even, it's not like you're cackling, ha ha ha, I can't wait to get in a position of power to hurt somebody else. It's not like that. It's because you internalize that this pain must mean something. It's for my benefit. It's for my good. It's how you raise and teach. And I feel like that's how Logan sees it. That's how I was raised and taught. And this, it's like you internalize it because this pain had to mean something. Right? That's how we, and so it's like, okay, this is how we teach, this is how I learn, and this is how you will learn. And so that's how it gets passed down. So like I said, I have siblings who do not believe in it. They don't raise their children like that. Now I have, like, my sister-in-law, she did use like a wooden spoon as like a spanking, as like a little paddle thingy, but very lightly, versus what I freaking got from my mother, which I mean was brutal. And we weren't, listen, I'm not even gonna get into it. It's just something, it's something that we don't talk, like, it got to a point where the house was just in discord, disarray, just complete dysfunction in my home. But then, see, that's the thing about Logan versus I feel like I come from a family where I can look at it and say, at some point, you love your children enough to reevaluate your actions towards them. I had a mother who looked at her actions towards us and saw we hated it. And we're slowly beginning to hate her and the way she ran this household. And so what did she do? She said, fine. Sorry, sat us down, apologized for the years of how she raised us. I was in middle school at the time. My sister was going into college. And said, you know what? We're selling the house. All of this pain after our father passed and just the discord, all of it, we're leaving it behind. And we're not just moving to move. I never heard my mother apologize. She completely did a 180. She saw the hurt that me and my sister were going through. We hated it. Our home was unpleasant. It was a landmine, and she responded and she changed. I watched my mother change because she loved us and realized this is not the way I need to raise my kids. It maybe and she internalized to what she went through in a different way. And that's how I feel while I'm watching this show. It's like, damn it, do you love your kids enough to change? Maybe it doesn't work for them. Your kids fear you. They probably low-key hate you. They love you, but they hate you. You're all they really have. And you hurt them awfully because you were hurt. Logan screams to me a man who has been hurt horribly. And that hurt has stayed with him. It has translated on how he treats others. He was in a position where he was the one who was abused, and now he has become. It's like I think there's this belief that you can't be, like once you a victim and an abuser at the same time. Maybe not simultaneously, but you can 1000% be abused, be a victim of a situation, and then grow up or remove yourself from the situation and then become an abuser to another person. It is very possible to be both. And I feel like Logan Roy is both. He's a victim as well as an abuser. He's a victim of abuse and he became an abuser. And these are how these cycles just pass on. And now we're seeing Kendall adopt his father's worst traits. The way he bumped Roman, the way he walked, like at the beginning of the episode, he's trying to encourage Roman to go after, just to screw with them, like the people that they made a deal with, because the deal was, they were smiling. He didn't like the fact that they walked away from a deal feeling like it was a good deal. Like, okay, we're both satisfied on both ends. No, he had to make sure that person was miserable. And he wanted Roman to go be the one to do it. Roman didn't. Roman couldn't. Jerry went and did it. And now we see Kendall going after those girls vindictively very similar to his father, and that is painful for me to see. This episode was painful to watch as someone who's enjoyed Kendall thus far, and will continue to enjoy his character, but with far less sympathy, but I will do so empathetically towards the fact that he is a victim of his father's abuse, but now he's turning the tables around and being an asshole to people unnecessarily. And speaking of that, Greg. I love this show because I can go from hating Greg the last 3 episodes I watched, and just feeling so bad for him in this last episode. Absolutely not. He did not. I hated watching him having to do what Kendall had him do. No. He looks so uncomfortable there. Just asking, when can we go home? I want him away. Can he please go back to his grandfather? There's no need for you to be here, kid. Like, I know he's a grown man. Like, you're an adult. But there's just something so... Oh, my goodness. Greg. I'm saying this, and then I'm gonna say there's something so innocent to Greg, but then I'm thinking about how he knew about what Tom wanted to do that press conference for. He heard everything Tom said, his rationale, his reasoning, and then he weaponized that issue and went straight to Jerry and ratted him out. So there's a part of me that's saying, no, Greg is not some innocent bystander. He's not someone who's unwillingly participating. Yeah, it's like this show does so well at disarming you on these characters. Like, they present, it's like, I love it though. There's no one who's straightly a mustache twirling villain. Everyone has their complications. Oh, someone's awake. I heard it. I heard a little dog tag shake, so one of my dogs just woke up. Gonna be banging down my door soon to be let in, or is she already here? I hear footies. Oh my god, if you hear a knock at my door like a scratch, that's my dog probably asking to be let into my room. Anyways, yeah, there's a part of me that's like, Greg. I want to feel bad for you. I can feel bad for you in this situation, but still think you're a bit swarmy for what you did with Tom. Now, as for Tom and Shiv. Tom and Shiv. I feel like I understand why Tom is marrying Shiv. And I feel like I understand why Shiv is marrying Tom. Like, I feel like I get it. Tom sees... I feel like Tom does... I can't even say love Shiv. I feel like... I can't even say it because I don't believe it. I actually don't believe he loves her. I feel like he likes her. Okay, how about this? I feel like he loves her. He's not in love with her. I feel like he's more so... Here's what... He loves Shiv, but is in love with her name. And the access he can then find himself into. I definitely get the sense he's a climber. He's looking to climb, and Shiv is a rung on that ladder, but it's a rung he does not gleefully step on. If you get what I'm saying, like, he softly steps on it. Maybe even sits on the rung and gently, like, rubs it. I don't know what analogy or like what I'm trying to paint here, but I definitely feel like he loves her, but he's not in love with her. And Shiv. I just get... I posed in episode 7. I paused the episode because there was just a parallel there that gave me icky, and I wanted to say it right then and there while I was watching it in that moment. Whether it's something that will be unveiled if it actually did happen, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not really gonna go into it, like whether or not that was an aspect in her and her father's relationship, this abuse. No, I'm not even gonna, if it pops up, it pops up, but I'm not really gonna go into it because it was just something that hit me in the moment right there and I said it. You can forget it because I'm not gonna really talk about it. If it does appear, then I will. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna really delve into it too much. But as for Shiv, she just seems, like I said, these are all characters who have no center, but she for sure feels like a character that is lost. I don't know how to put it. I'm trying to get a grip on Shiv. Like, I'm trying to wrap my hands around her and like feel her out, but I can't yet. I need more of her before I really give my 2 cents on Shiv. But I do think, is she the smartest of her siblings? I don't know yet. I feel like she could be. But she feels ashamed of being... I don't know if she feels ashamed. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to say on Shiv, how I feel about her. But that's the thing. I don't know how I feel about Shiv yet. I'm being so honest with you. I can't really go in on Shiv because I don't know how I feel about her yet. I don't have enough. She hasn't given me enough. Other than she may seem to have... I don't want to call it an adrenaline rush because it's now a thing of comfort. And I can't remember. Nate is his name. This thing with Nate, I don't like it. It serves nothing for me in by way of her character. I don't enjoy it whatsoever in terms of this whole little thing she has going on with Nate. It doesn't put up a barrier for me to enjoy her character, but every time I see her and this guy together, I just kind of want to roll my eyes because it adds nothing to me for her character. If it's saying she is someone prone to infidelity, maybe because she saw it in her childhood a lot, maybe she saw her mother cheat a lot, maybe she saw her father cheat a lot, both of them cheat a lot, which is why she's okay with infidelity because she was raised in it, is really all I can, and I can't, I'm gonna need more Shiv before I get a real good grasp on her. And as for Marsha, I'm gonna need you to do more than just be Logan's like little mouthpiece at this point, like his little Prento. That's all you're giving me. Go ahead, Marsha, give me that. Give me Prento vibes, because I feel like there's I want to believe there's a greater arc for Marsha other than just this I'm his Prento or I'm his barrier for the family. I think there's more there with Marsha. I feel like it was hinted that there's more there with Marsha. I'm gonna wait. I'm keeping my eye on Marsha. Marsha, I got my eye on you. I see you, girl. I feel like there's a long game there. Either way, thank you all so much for watching this with me, and I hope you all enjoyed these last 2 reactions. Thank you so much, and I hope... Oh god, that I got lost in there. I'm sorry. I'm listening to my dog right now. I don't think you all can pick up on it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end this. I completely lost my bearing because my dog... Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this reaction, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and tell me what you thought of these last 2 episodes. Subscribe. I'll see you all next. I'm coming, Sasha. Hold on.